Yeah, when they conceived originally the Mary Tyler Moore Show, they had Mary Richards be divorced, and there were test markets and conversations and studio conversations with executives that wait a minute, you can't have Mary Tyler Moore play a divorcee because that's going to look like she divorced the Dick Van Dyke when from the Dick Van Dyke Show. We can't have that. So ultimately, what they did is they made her just break up with her fiance, and move from wherever she was to Minneapolis and start a new life.
I would love to know from you, because I know I was inspired watching Mary as a child. How many women of note that you mention in your book will point to Mary Tyler Moore as being significantly inspirational to them? Can you name some of them?
Oh my gosh, number one is Oprah Winfrey. I mean, she got into journalism because Mary Richards played this associate producer of a news show on the fictional WJM-TV in Minneapolis. And she, I mean, there was even one point where Oprah had the entire cast of the Mary Tyler Moore Show on her show. She recreated the apartment. Did you see that?
Yes.
She recreated the Mary Richards apartment, and then she even did a new opening. Oprah going and throwing her hand up into the air, just amazing. It was just beautiful. So absolutely, Oprah Winfrey is the number one fan of Mary that was inspired by her life. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there she is. That's so cool. Oh, and while we're talking about throwing her hat up, please tell the story of the woman in the frame, because I love this story.
Yeah. Let me think if I can remember that story.
Okay, there's a woman
Yes.
captured in the frame when Mary
Yes.
ran into the street in
Yes.
Minneapolis.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. It was just she wasn't planted there. It was just a real person that was in the middle of the street, and she just the director said, Mary, look, why don't you just we're doing the opening sequence here. Why don't you just go in the middle of the street there and just throw your hand up? So she went into the middle of the street of like a bunch of regular people. They weren't extras or anything like that. It was a real street moment. And they captured this woman, looking in horror. And then Mary was running into the middle of the street and throwing up her cap. And she didn't find out until years later. They found that woman and they connected with Mary at one of her book signings. And Mary finally said, well, why did you look so, so in horror of what was happening? She goes, because I thought you were, going to kill yourself.
It's just adorable.